Hi bunnies! If you've been wanting to work on your binds, this is the flow for you. You might want to grab yourself a yoga strap, small towel or t-shirt if you're not hugely confident with yoga binds. And when you're ready, meet me in Sukhasana easy seat, palms face down on your knees. Close your eyes and take a breath. Extend your arms by your sides, fingertips touching the mat. Shoulders low away from your ears, and then tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder, releasing the left side of your neck. Option to place your right hand over left ear, just as a gentle weight, no pressing. And setting yourself an intention for this class to have a go at some of the more challenging postures that we'll be exploring today. We'll be building up to the Bird of Paradise pose. Making a promise to yourself to fully accept where you are today. Switching the sides. There's absolutely no need to execute every pose flawlessly. Have grace with yourself for each wobble, each failure to catch your bind. You're where you need to be, working your body, your mind, and taking time for you. Okay, let that go. Stay seated where you are. I'm just going to turn around to the side to demonstrate. Clasp your hands behind your back, pull your knuckles away, opening through the shoulders, lifting up your heart. Release that now, reach your arms forwards, clasping again, but with palms turned in, around through the upper back. Imagine someone's poking you right in the sternum at the center of your chest. And with this rounding, find subtle movement side to side, getting into those lats. Release, and we'll repeat moving quicker with the breath. So inhale, arms back, open shoulders. Exhale, arms forward and round. And we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. 1 more round. All right, release. We're going to practice internal rotation at the shoulders here. This is going to help you in your binds. Reach your arms out to the sides in a T-shape, palms face down. To internally rotate, turn your elbows forwards, thumbs point down and then behind you. Return to neutral and repeat. So we're internally rotating, bringing awareness to the shoulder heads rolling forwards as you rotate. Try and remember this feeling, as it can feel quite tricky when we change our orientation. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, finding length. And then exhale, right shoulder blade glides down the back. On your next breath in, unwind. Exhale, twist to the left. Unwinding your twist. And make your way into tabletop, finding cat-cow from here. As you breathe in, dropping belly, arching spine. Exhale to round. 2 more rounds on your own. Return to a neutral spine, spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes, press up into downward dog, and just find any movement that feels good to wake up the backs of the legs. Shorten your down dog stance slightly for twisting dog. Bend your left knee deeply. Left hand reaches for the right ankle, so you're reaching opposite hand to leg. Turn your gaze to look under your right armpit. Maybe straightening the left leg if the hamstrings feel nice and open, but all good if you need to keep the knees bent. Return to center and change sides. And then return back to your down dog. Find baby steps up to the very top of your mat, hanging in ragdoll. Catch hold of opposite elbows, allow your neck to fully relax, gently swaying side to side, keeping a soft bend in your knees. And we'll find another twist from here. Bend deeply into the left knee again, your right leg straightens. Plant left fingertips underneath your face, right arm reaches up to the sky, twisting from your upper spine. Try to keep your pelvis neutral as much as possible. Mine is not neutral, so don't give yourself a hard time if yours isn't too. Let's find that internal rotation at the right shoulder. Wrapping your right arm behind your back, reaching for the left hip crease. Reach your right arm back up and then lowering it down, switching the sides. So left arm reaching up to the sky, right knee is bent. And we'll have another play with that internal rotation on a half bind. So internally rotating, left shoulder, wrapping left arm behind the back, reaching for the right hip crease. You're getting used to finding that internal rotation at a different orientation. All right, release, come back to your forward fold, bend into the knees and slowly round up through the spine, coming up to stand. Give the shoulders a roll. Sun salutation A. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back to plank, lower into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, take it back, down dog. 3 deep breaths in your down dog. At the bottom of your third breath, bend knees, look forward, step up to forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And then exhale, Tadasana. Again, just like that. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Three breaths. Once again, bend knees, look forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bowing down. Inhale, reach on up. And exhale, hands through prayer, Tadasana. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe the hamstrings are a bit more open now. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take it back, Chaturanga, always shifting forward from that plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right. We'll take 3 breaths here and then moving on into our flow. We'll begin with the left side. You're going to step your left foot to next to your left thumb, placing the right knee down, coming up into a low lunge. Just take a moment to allow yourself to ease into it. It's the first time we're kind of allowing the hips to open in this class. Take your left hand to your left hip, right arm sweeps up and over for a side bend. Find a sense of hugging inner thighs together. It's going to help with balance and your grounding. Big stretch into that right hip flexor. Upright your spine, lower your hands to frame your front foot. And we'll flow between low lunge and half split. So inhale in your low lunge, exhale, take it back to a half split. And we'll repeat that 4 more times. Inhale, low lunge, exhale, half split. As you come forward, try and lift up your chest, rolling shoulders back. Exhale, maybe you're folding forward over that extended leg. All right, next time you're forward, you're going to heel toe your left foot to the very left edge of your mat, coming into lizard. We've got another chance to play with a bit of a bind here. So you're internally rotating that left shoulder again, wrapping it underneath the left thigh and around your back. So sneakily, this is preparing us for our side angle bind, which we'll then use in our peak posture, bird of paradise. It's the same movement, but we're doing it in lizard. And we've got a few more times to practice. Maybe lower down onto your right forearm if you want to take this a little bit deeper. Unwind that half bind. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, and step all the way back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward into plank. Exhale, shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take it straight to the other side, right foot steps forward, coming up into your low lunge, giving your hips a moment to settle. And then we'll find that side bend, sweeping left arm up and over. Release, lower your hands. Let's find our little flow. Inhale in your low lunge. Exhale, half splits, moving in time with your breath. Taking your last round. And then as you return forward, heel toe that right foot to the very right edge of your mat for lizard. Sinking hips forward and down. Finding that bind. Wrapping right arm behind the back. Trying to reach as close to the center of the back as you can. You may get absolutely nowhere near there. I am nowhere near. It's just moving in that direction. Maybe lower onto your left forearm. Release your bind, step all the way back into down dog. And inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga, flowing through your vinyasa. All right, let's take 3 breaths in this down dog. And on your next breath in, right leg lifts up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest, step it forward, coming into your low lunge. And from here, keep the left knee grounded on the mat, but lift up your left foot and kickstand it over to the right long edge. Open your hips to face the left long edge, coming up into a warrior 2 variation. Bending your right knee deeply, opening it out so you can see your big toe as you peek down. Arms are reaching strongly, but shoulders are soft. Gazing over the middle finger of your right hand, tailbone lowers down towards the mat. There's so much to refine in Warrior 2. Let's turn this into a side angle. And we're going to play with our bind, so wrapping, internally rotating left shoulder, wrapping left arm around the back, internally rotating right shoulder, reaching the right arm underneath the right leg. Maybe you're catching your hands or fingers, and if you're struggling, catching hold of your prop. And turn your gaze down. And make your way into a gate pose. So you're just extending through the right leg. Coming onto fingertips. Shift your hips forward and back. As you're shifting back, maybe there's a brief connection of hips to heel. Next time you're back, stay there. So you're in a bit of a child pose variation with the right leg extended out to the side. Lift your hips back up. We're going to come into a modified side plank from here. So you're planting your left hand down, right arm reaches up to the sky. And let's turn this into a full side plank. And then from here, really engaging through the obliques, lifting the hips, lift up your top leg, catch hold of the big toe and step it to the very back of your mat, extending both legs into a long pyramid. Don't worry if that was quite messy for you. It's not superbly executed at my end either. Deeply release into the hamstrings a bit more. We need to have nice open hamstrings for bed of paradise. Folding over that extended leg. And now turn yourself to the side of your mat for a wide leg forward fold. Please excuse my butt. Have a quick check to see if your fingertips are lining up with your toes, bending elbows back through your legs, reaching the crown of your head down. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then from here, begin to bend into each knee. So you're just taking some mini side lunges. We're not coming all the way down into Skandasana just yet. And then turn to face the back of your mat, runner's lunge. And then from here, stepping back into your plank, flowing through Vinyasa, or skip it if you need a break. We'll take the second side to facing the back of the mat. So inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step it forward into your low lunge. Kickstanding the right leg. And then bending deeply into your left knee, finding that modified warrior two. So finding all those refinements that we did before. Check you can see your big toe. Is your tailbone tilting down towards your mat? Are your shoulders softening down away from the ears? But your arms are reaching strongly. There's a lot to do. All right, let's come into that side angle. And we'll play with internally rotating. That top arm reaching around the back. Internally rotating left arm, reaching it through the legs. Can you catch your bind? If not, grab your prop to help you open up through the shoulders. So you want to find a sense of broadening out through the collarbones when you're in these binds. So rather than hunching around in the back, you're opening up. And then release. Extend that left leg out wide, coming into gate pose. And then just shift your hips forward and back, forward and back. And then taking your hips all the way back for child's pose variation. All right, come back up, finding that modified side plank just for a breath. And then coming into a full side plank, lifting up your top leg, wrapping your peace fingers around the big toe, extending the left leg, and then taking it all the way to the very top of your mat, finding long pyramid. It's a fun transition to play with, but it's very tricky. Definitely something I'm still working on. All right, let's turn to the long edge of your mat for a wide leg forward fold. Inhale, lift up, and then find your little side lunges, side to side, getting a bit deeper into the hip. And then turn to face the front of your mat, runner's lunge, step it back, flowing through Vinyasa or skipping. All right, moving right along into our big peak flow. Are you ready? Inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your foot in between your hands, coming up into a full warrior two. Once again, finding those little adjustments. All right, let's take it up into a reverse triangle, extending through the front knee. Right arm reaches overhead. And then making your way into side angle, right forearm to right thigh. And let's find our bind. We've been practicing. Our shoulders should be nice and open now. And now's the time to play with Bird of Paradise. Turn your gaze down. Step your back foot towards the very top of your mat. Take your weight into your left foot. Begin to lift up your bound leg. And once you're standing, see if you can extend the right leg straight. It doesn't have to be fully up into a split. You can't really see it. It would have helped if I'd done the other side first so you could see properly. Oh well. When you're ready and you've had enough of playing, rebend the knees, stepping back, lowering into your side angle again. Take a breath. Let go of what did or didn't happen. Maybe you had success, maybe you had failure, maybe you fell over. It's all good. Make your way back into a wide leg forward fold just for a moment. And then inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend deeply into the left knee for Skandasana. Don't worry if your left heel is hovering. And then make your way down onto your butt. Keeping that left knee bent, right leg extended. Hug the left knee in towards your chest, really closing the knee joint. And we're going to have another bind, Marichyasana A. So your left arm is reaching in between the legs. Internally rotate, wrap it around your left shin. Right arm is reaching behind your back. Catching your bind if you can, or just reaching. Grabbing hold of your clothes if you can't quite reach, or finding your prop again. And then folding forward over the right extended leg. Inhale, upright your spine, release. Keep your left leg bent. Bend into your right leg. Step your left foot over the right thigh, setting up for a twist. Twisting to the left, hooking your right arm around the left knee. Left arm is reaching behind you. Releasing that and setting up for a double pigeon. If this is not in your wheelhouse, stacking shins, come into a Gomukhasana instead, or take a reclined pigeon ankle to knee on your back. If you're coming with me, stacking shins, you want to have your shins parallel with the front edge of your mat, feet flexed, folding forward any amount. If this is hurting your knees, that's a sign that this is not a pose for you and you need to come on out. It is not worth damaging your knees to try and get deeper, creating a specific shape. All right, wherever you are, lift on up, sit back on your sitting bones, bend your knees, find windscreen wipers, dropping the knees side to side. All right, crossing at the ankles, rolling forward, stepping into plank, flowing through a vinyasa, or once again skipping. You can always skip vinyasas if you need to take a little bit of a break. All right, and we'll find those challenging postures on the second side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step it forward, coming into warrior two. Bending deeply into the front knee. Extend through your left knee, taking it back into a reverse triangle. And then rebending, finding your extended side angle. And then finding your bind. Taking your time. Opening it up through your collarbone. And let's play Bird of Paradise. Turn your gaze down. Step your right foot back. Place all your weight onto that right foot. Begin to lift up your bound leg, coming all the way to stand. And once you've found your balance and you feel okay, begin to try extending the leg. Oh, don't worry if you wobble or fall out, just try again. Really engage your core, focus on the spot that's not moving, focus on your breath. These are things that are going to really help with your balance. And whatever has happened, if it worked out for you or didn't, make your way down back into your side angle. Let's take a breath here. And then make your way back into that wide leg, forward fold. Let it go. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bend deeply into right knee Skandasana. Maybe you can hover your hands off the floor. And then plop down onto your butt. And we'll get into our Marichasana A. So bending into that right knee. We want to have the knee joint closed. I wasn't demonstrating the perfect alignment there. Trying to find that bind. So we're wrapping the right arm around the right shin. Left arm is reaching around the back. And then we're folding forward over the left leg. And you want to kind of turn your sternum slightly so that's directly facing the left leg. All right, release. And then make your way into your seated twist. You're just stepping right foot over left leg, and then bending that left leg, taking the left foot to the outer right hip, setting up for your twist. Twisting to the right, so left arm is hooking around the right knee this time. And then release, bringing your shins to stack parallel to the front edge of your mat. Once again, if this is not the posture for you, take something else, either Gomukhasana, knee stacking, or lying on your back, ankle to knee. We want to open up the outer hips, but we don't want to hurt our knees. Uprighting your spine, leaning back. Let's take those nice windscreen wipers. Always feels really good. And then crossing at the ankles, flowing through Vinyasa. Oh, we're almost there, my friends. Hop forward to sit. Extend your legs. We've got one more binding pose, Marichasana C, and we'll begin with the left leg, bending it in. And then this time we're twisting to the left. We're kind of binding the other way, so you're going to wrap your right arm this time around the left shin. Left arm is reaching around the back. So this is a super deep twist. Don't worry if you can't catch this one. It can also help if you have a yoga block to sit up on it to elevate the hips. Very deep twist. All right, unwind. Come up into boat pose. You're going to have a little bit of core strength. Lower into low boat. Lift into high boat. Low boat. High boat. And low boat. High boat. And then release. Let's try and attempt Marichasana C on the second side. So you're bending into that right knee. You're then twisting to the right. On an exhale, it also helps to get deeper into that twist as you wrap your left arm around the right shin, right arm around your back, trying to catch fingertips or hands or your prop, or just reaching. Okay, it doesn't matter if you don't have connection, you can grab hold of your shirt. So it's a very, very deep twist. Unwind, come back up into your Navasana, exhale low boat, inhale up, exhale low boat, inhale Navasana. This is the last little bit of strength, and then I promise it's just stretches from here on out. Lower down, extend both legs, inhale, reach your arms up, exhale, seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Really allow yourself to catch your breath. Notice if your heart rate has risen. Allowing this stretch and stillness to bring that heart rate back down. Take your time lifting back out of your forward fold. Scoot forward and lie down onto your back. Hug your knees into chest. Take a little rock. And then we'll find reclined butterfly pose, taking the soles of your feet together, knees out wide. Left hand over your heart, right hand over your belly. Close your eyes. Allowing yourself to just be in this moment. And staying in your reclined butterfly or extending your legs to find your final resting pose, Shavasana. Time to take full rest. If you find your mind has wandered away, gently pull it back to your breath. Becoming acutely aware of sensations of your body meeting your mat, the earth holding you. Start to deepen your breath. Preparing to reawaken your body, starting to find a little bit of movement in fingers and toes, reaching arms overhead, allowing yourself a full body stretch before rolling onto your right side, and then gently pressing yourself up to sit. Let's take a moment in quiet contemplation, sitting up nice and tall, eyes remain closed, hands on knees. Sending you so much love. I'm so proud of you if you made it all the way to the end. Thank you so much for joining me at this beautiful seaside spot. I really recommend taking your yoga practice outdoors. And if you do, the Liforme Travel Yoga Mats are such a great choice as they're so lightweight, but they always roll out completely flat. If you're interested in checking them out, have a look at the link in my bio to pick one up. Thanks so much for joining me. I'd love it if you gave this video a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you know what to do. Thank you.